and it was inspired by a medieval practice of putting animals on trial for misbehavior and executing them.
Oh.
A practice that continued apparently even into the beginning of the Second World War. So here's a story about one of the later examples of putting animals on trial. It's based on an anecdote by Ludwig Koch. Does that ring a bell, Leonie? He did nature programs for the BBC many years ago and emigrated.
Koch.
K-O-C-H.
Yeah. I heard the name. Koch.
Hitler's goldfish. Springtime for Hitler. Jauntily, he saunters down the street when suddenly, what should he hear? For the birds' jolly tweet. Even birds trill Heil Hitler now, the flattered Fuhrer says. But then he hears the twitter turn into La Marseillaise, etc. How dare that bird insult me thus? I thought he was my pal. At which the finch begins to chirp the Internationale. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Get me that commie Jew finch now! The furious Führer cries. The whole Luftwaffe hears, obeys, and mounts into the skies. A febrile chase ensues until the fugitive is caught and wing-cuffed to the outraged German Reichskanzler is brought. Kill the son of a bitch, suggests the boss to all his minions. Pluck one by one out of his frame his me-defying pinions. But Fräulein, Jupp Goebbels pipes up with a shifty smile. Were it not better first to give the culprit a show trial? Who taught you those subversive tunes? The judge asks of the bird. Name names, you may be pardoned yet. The finch peeps not a word. I hold you in contempt of court, thunders the judge. What's more, at that point, the finch chirps out songs of Spain's great civil war. Da 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 da, etc. Verdict, guilty. Sentence, death. The finch is led away, but soon its tiny naked corpse is mounted on display. Oh, no, you'll have to wait. And I'll have to, oh, here we go, yes. Mounted on display. This incident did not lead to the end of Nazi power, nor is there yet a plaque to mark the finch's finest hour. 'Twould be some comfort if the finch's soul survived the Reichs, so that it now in paradise sings whatsoe'er it likes. But be that as it may, let no one emulate Herr Hitler, for those who make the little less make themselves even littler. Part 2, Prayer. May I, of bird and beast aware, and of mine own kind, let all in their severality thrive to delight us yet. End phone. And here's the illustration by Jamie Boyd of Herr Hitler addressing the bullfinch. Oops.
I have that at home, Robert. I have a copy.
Oh, the whole book. Oh, good for
Can I just
you.
read the last verse again? Or can you read the prayer?
The prayer.
Yeah, I didn't really catch it.
Prayer. May I, of bird and beast aware, and of mine own kind, let all in their severality thrive to delight us yet.
Oh. And who illustrated it again?
Jamie Boyd,
It is Jamie.
an Anglo-Australian artist.
He's still around, is he?
Oh, very,
Yeah,
very much
yeah.
so.
No, but in this country or with you?
Well, he flits all over. He spends a lot of time in Australia, in Italy, and here. He's here.
And
at the
how
moment.
did the collaboration happen?
We had a friend in common, James Green, who introduced us, and I thought I would like these tales to be illustrated. And I thought, some sort of cartoons, this Martin Rawson kind of thing. And instead, what I got was not Martin Rawson, but something closer to Marc Chagall. Completely unexpected, but absolutely beautiful.
Did it take him a long time to do it?
Not very. No, it took some time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
God, you must have been over the moon.
Well,
They're
yes.
really supporting. It's supporting artwork, isn't it? It's not illustrations as much as accompanying artwork.
Yes.
So, because illustrations suggest a subordination, doesn't it?
I think of it as giving a kind of binocular vision to the whole, because
Yeah.
if you
Yes.
concentrate just on the text, you get one impression. If you concentrate on the illustration, you get another. If you put them together, you get a three-dimensional picture of the whole thing.
I
which
did
think-
something similar with my collection of short stories 10 years ago, Fuchs on the Funny Bone, and worked with a kind of surrealist sculptor.
With who?
A surrealist sculptor called Richard Nyman.
Richard Mann, of course I knew him.
Yeah.
Yes,
still with
indeed.
us.
Also a fine bass voice, I believe.
Yes.
Good singer.
Yes, you know Richard, okay.
Yes.
What's his name, Jan?
Richard Nyman.
Richard Nyman, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you know him too.
Well,
And
I'll
you
bring,
know
I'll
him
bring you a
probably.
book, I'll bring you a copy, I'll bring some next week.
Yeah.
Is he around in Hampstead or is he?
I think is no longer alive. I think
He's just about alive, he had a stroke.
Oh, really? He's still
Yeah,
alive?
he's still alive, yeah.
Wonderful.
He's,
Well, I'm glad to hear it though. It'd be nice if he would.
So
And now
yes.
by way of intermission, I could read another short one of these. But
yeah, do one from the book.
All right. So this will be the other one I had intended to read as well, which is La Carmencita. Now this is part of my campaign to Hispanialize Carmen, because the Carmen story is a French fantasy about Spain, essentially, pioneered by, what's his name? Prosper Mérimée, and turned into an opera by Georges Bizet with a libretto by another Frenchman. So how do you turn her back into a genuine Spanish tale? Well, I did my research. I read the Prosper Mérimée, I read the libretto of the opera, and I found something quite amazing, which is that what Carmen is about multiculturalism. Because what it's got is Basques and Spaniards and all sorts of people. And when Don Jose first glimpses Carmen, he says, I think even, is it in the opera or in the original story? He says, I wonder if she's Jewish. And as a matter of fact, Lilias Pasta, the contrabandista, is Jewish, I think, in the opera. So what I had to do was to bring out the multicultural aspect of Spain. And I, among other things, did a bit of research to get the Basque word, the few Basque words right. But if there are any Basques here, please forgive my bad pronunciation. La Carmencita, by those who knew her, to Spain and all whom there I loved. It begins with some rather poncy material from Prosper Mérimée and Simone de Beauvoir, which I forbear to read, but they are available to look at. And I talk about the various characters, beginning with Micaela, who is the fiancée of Don Jose, whom he abandons when he meets Carmen. So here's Micaela. Why isn't everybody beautiful? I do the best I can with what I've got, but how can I be something I'm just not? The merely good bow to the lovely cruel. I hop. She skips. I smile. She scintillates. I kneel to God. She to her loves and hates. Then we have Lilias Pasta, the contrabandista that Carmen goes to visit. Business is business. Carmen was the best. When there was contraband to hide, she hid it. Whatever else there was to do, she did it. She played her trump cards closest to her chest, not being too stuck up to use her charms to occupy a Guardia Civil's arms. Then we have Escamillo, the bullfighter. We made a flashy couple for a while. She asked a lot. I had a lot to give. No one's forgotten how we used to live when we set Andalusia's lifestyle. We had it and we flaunted it. I'm sad she's passed away. But was her life so bad? Don Jose at last. She knew me as I had been never known. She Tsingara, gypsy. I Basque. We spoke as if we had all tongues in common. Husband, wife, Rome, Romi, Senar, Esmextec. Bone to bone could not be closer. Nor my knife to her heart when I took the bitch's life. And then the lady herself, at long last. Another swarthy female corpse, if not for dear Georges and dear Prosper. What the hell? I was alive, though I did not die well. I have become an icon. But of what? Of sexiness? Of freedom? Either way, a girl who thus transgresses has to pay. And then finally, Escamillo's bull. We've all been waiting for that. The bullfighter's bull. Do me up, favor. No more whinging, please. You got what you deserved. What about me? Midst grass and cows, I thought that I was free. Did I deserve the sanguinary sleaze I got in the arena from your pack of sadists? Till one stabbed me in the back. And that's the end of La Carmencita, but for the illustrations. So here is Carmen and Lilias Pasta living it up. You've got this, I take it?
I have.
Yeah. That's them. Drinking manzanilla, according to the libretto of the opera anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And here finally is Don Jose stabbing La Carmencita, but with, I suppose, the sacrificial bull in the background.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm. Beautifully presented, isn't it, that book?
Yes.
Has it sold well?
It's not available. I mean, I've got a few copies,
Oh, you didn't.
but I'm trying now, and so is Jamie Boyd, to get it more widely distributed. We hope through the establishment of a website.
Yeah. Did you have it printed over here? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
But not enough copies.
Well, we could print as many copies as we like, but they are rather expensive.
Yeah.
I thought it would make it, and there's a smaller text version,
Mhm.
a smaller type version.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Christopher, have you got anything? Christopher, you haven't met the new girl on the block. This is
Hi.
I'm Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Zoe. Okay.
I had